When we talk about building a sustainable city, a climate resilient city, we need to look not just at the environment, but we need to look at sustainable finances and social sustainability, right? I've written about this on a number of occasions recently. I put out an op-ed in the Herald talking about the need to look at this intersectionally. These things are intersectional. You can't separate housing, rent, transit, and affordability from the environment. They're one and the same, right? Our housing and transit are kind of the key pillars of a healthy, equitable, and climate resilient city. You know, these are core pieces of my platform, core pieces of why I'm running. We need to address the housing crisis that we are facing. We need to look for missing middle. We need to look for that gentle density that allows more people to move into neighborhoods, making them more vibrant. But we also need to provide the services that go along with that. That's transit, whether that's programming, whether that's recreation facilities, the things that, whether it's small commercial spaces. Another piece of my platform is trying to make these neighborhood scale things a reality, right? So that we don't necessarily have to drive out to the Y at the edge of the city to go swim, like a lot of Ward 7 residents have to now for swim lessons. So we need to address our housing affordability strategy, right? We've got a really good roadmap that's been put in place. We need a champion for that. We need to strengthen our tenant support services, looking at provincial partnerships to try to really leverage whether it's rent supplements or rent caps, protecting vulnerable Calgarians, making it so that they can get around and experience, live in our city with dignity. Right? So that then gets to transit. We need to work on funding our core transit network. We've got the Route Ahead plan that we have a pathway forward that we just need to fund. We need to make sure that we have the low-income transit passes. We need these things that allow all Calgarians to access the different services, things that they need in our city